Tradition and modernity, commerce and culture, activity and tranquility. Frankfurt is characterized by a variety of interesting contrasts. Frankfurt's famous skyline, the most visible aspect of Manhattan, is also the city's premier landmark. Representing countless national and international banks, this array of high-rises dominates Frankfurt's cityscape. At the same time, however, Frankfurt is also one of the world's greenest cities. Germany's largest municipal forest is just one part of a massive 75-kilometer green belt encircling the city. It consists of countless hiking and cycling trails, nature reserves, parks, as well as educational opportunities for children. The new Frankfurt School, a group of satirical authors and artists, has also left its footprints in Frankfurt's green belt. Artworks and caricatures like the shock-haired Peter tree or the Me monument can be found nestled amongst Mother Nature. In the city center, meanwhile, some 50 parks and gardens offer ample opportunity for rest and relaxation. The Palm Garden has gained fame far beyond the city limits, and the gardens of Nice exude much Mediterranean flair. This oasis of green was originally landscaped between 1866 and 1875, making it a piece of live-in Frankfurt history. The colorful history of Frankfurt can be experienced at every turn. The Römerberg Old Town Center is home to Frankfurt's official landmark, the 600-year-old Römer Town Hall. Nearby one finds St. Paul's Church, known as the Cradle of Democracy. It was here that the first German National Congress met in 1848. Today, Frankfurt is a city of commerce and finance, an international trade show center that exudes metropolitan flair. The Frankfurt Fair and Exhibition Center, or Messe Frankfurt, looks back on over 750 years of tradition. Today, its most popular events are the renowned Frankfurt Book Fair and the International Motor Show IAA. Frankfurt's museum embankment, meanwhile, is a truly unique component of Germany's cultural landscape. Here, some 26 museums of international renown, like the Städel Art Institute or the German Film Museum, stand side by side along the River Main. A further cultural landmark of Frankfurt is the old Opera House. After the Second World War, this time-honored concert hall and congress center was rebuilt in the style of the Italian Renaissance. In Frankfurt, the past, present and future come together to form a contrasting cityscape that is truly unique. Frankfurt apple wine is known by many names, but one thing is certain: the golden cider-like drink is the locals' beverage of choice. Always has been and always will be. Apple wine was being enjoyed in Hessen as far back as the reign of Charlemagne. However, it didn't celebrate its breakthrough until the middle of the 18th century, when sudden climatic changes brought about a short-term decline in regional wine production. Looking for a suitable alternative, many innkeepers began to make and sell apple wine themselves. Some of them expanded their production, resulting in the establishment of large-scale apple wine presses, such as Postmann and Höhl, two of the leading producers of apple wine today. The apples used to make apple wine are generally harvested in late summer. Once pressed and filled into large barrels, it is left to ferment for several autumn months. To achieve a particularly flavorsome taste, many apple winemakers like to use a mixture of sweet and sour apples. The older, more time-honored apple varieties are generally the most popular, especially the Speierling. True aficionados drink their apple wine pure or mixed with soda water, being known as the Gespritzter. There's also a sweet version mixed with lemonade, which is called Süßgespritzter. During winter, Frankfurt apple wine is often enjoyed piping hot, served with a cinnamon stick and cloves. Regardless of the version, apple wine is poured from the so-called Bembel, a blue-gray earthenware jug. It is drunk out of a ribbed glass known as the Gerippte. The design of the glass actually reminds of the facade of the West Harbor Tower. Other telltale signs of Frankfurt's affinity to apple wine include the famous Apple Wine Express and the Apple Wine Queen. The city district of Sachsenhausen is known as the heart and soul of Frankfurt's apple wine culture. While you're there, make sure you try some of the traditional Frankfurt cuisine as well, like loin ribs with sauerkraut, the famous green sauce, or Handkäse mit Musik. Apple wine, the most delicious part of Frankfurt am Main.